Hi, welcome to Open Hand Farm. Mark and I are going to work together today, and I am really excited because I have been kind of having anguish over this. Yeah, you haven't, but it's our first collaboration, and I want to thank the Kettle Kitchen, Hendrickson Family Farm, and 9 Acre Family Farm for inviting me to participate. So here's the reality. This is called the Last Chance Cook-Off. And we're gonna do it. But Mark and I are not big barbecue grill people. Like, we don't smoke meat. We don't throw steaks on the grill and make them all beautiful, that you take pictures of them.
We're good at eating them.
Yes, absolutely. But we are going to do this because we want you to see that even if you are not a great griller, barbecue master, whatever, you can make some amazing burgers for your friends or family, and they will think that you are a gourmet cook. You have seen me do other things around the house with sourdough and fermenting and canning. This is kind of out of my league, but we're going to do it. So Mark is going to do the cooking. I'm going to show you the rub that we're going to use. We didn't come up with a name for these. Do we have a special name for these other than just blackened burgers?
Hamburgers.
Ham?
We'll keep working on it.
Hamburgers. We'll work on that. Okay, so we'll work on that. He's the creative one.
There's no ham in them.
No, there's no ham in them. We just want to welcome you into our home as we go about making these burgers. Just come along with us. We're going to just play like you're in the room with us and put together this rub, make some burgers, go outside and grill them, and just have fun with you. So join us. Okay, the first thing we need to do is to decide what kind of cheese we want to use inside our burgers. Yes, I said inside. So I bought 3 different kinds from Aldi, and we're going to taste them and see what we think. The first one we're going to try is this one. And Mark, what was the name of that?
Camembert?
Camembert.
Camembert.
Here's the name. Okay, you can see that this is a soft cheese. So let's see what we think about the flavor and how it would go with our blackened burgers. Oh, that's different. Here, you take that. Tell me what you think about it.
It's not bad.
It doesn't have a lot of taste.
I've eaten brie before. It's not like that. I think brie's nasty.
I picked it up because it was buttery tasting, supposedly. It's very smooth.
It's kind of like eating glue.
That is the texture, not gonna lie. Okay, next. Now we're gonna try the double smoked cheddar. That is very smoky.
Very smoky.
But that's kind of the flavor I want to go with. When you see what I put in the rub, you'll know.
It's like it was in a house fire. Yeah. It maybe with the burger it'll be good.
Vault 5 cheddar. Never heard of it. It's supposed to be sweet and melty. So I don't understand how this can be melty because it's one of those kind of fall apart cheeses. But I guess it will be. It's kind of sharp.
But not like...
It's more tangy,
knock you in
sharp.
the face, yeah.
It's more like a fermented sharp. So it is sharp. It does have a sweet aftertaste.
Of the 3, that's the only one I'd really want to eat by itself.
Really? See, I would say I would like the double smoke.
Anyway.
Okay, we are going to make some burgers with the Vault 5 and some with the double smoked.
What are you going to do with all the camembert?
I don't know. School supplies? Glue? I don't know.
You're hilarious.
Okay. No, I'm not. Okay. Anyway, let's get the rub made. Here are the ingredients that I'm going to use to make the rub to put on our burgers. I know you usually put a rub on steaks or chicken or whatever. And actually, I got this idea because my daughter shared a recipe for a rub she puts on chicken, and I adjusted it to the more smoky flavor that I wanted for this burger. Okay, I will put the recipe to this in the description box below, but I am going to do this ×3. I'm going to start with my chipotle chili powder. If you've never had this, oh my, you are missing out. So I need 6 teaspoons. Next, I need my smoky paprika. Again, if you're still just using plain paprika, you are missing out. Now we have onion powder, 3 teaspoons of that. 1, 2, 3. We need 2 teaspoons of cumin, so that'll be 6. Then 1½ of garlic powder and 3 of salt. 1, 2. And then black pepper is 1/4 per teaspoon, so I'm just gonna put a bunch in here. Now we're gonna mix this up. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. So we have plenty here. The next thing we need is ground beef.
All right, our ground beef is from a cow. Now, we did not raise this cow, but we did go in with our daughter and shared half a cow. So I guess we got a quarter cow and filled our freezer downstairs up with beef. It's really great. It's grass fed, grain finished, so just perfect. It is so wonderful when it comes out. This is the second time we've used it to make burgers, and it just makes the most perfect burgers.
So here's our beef. It comes in a bag like this. So we are going to make some extravagant burgers. We're only going to make 6 out of 2 pounds instead of 8. We talked about that, but we're just going to do it. This is something special, right? So we will cut it into 6 semi-equal parts. All right, so we have 6 burgers here. I like the fact that they're already round. I'm going to show you a trick that I use to get burgers the same size. I have these little saucers, and I just put the burger on there and I smash it out to this ring line, and it's the perfect size every time, and it fits on the burger buns very nicely. This is what we're going to do for our cheese. Instead of putting on top of the burger, we're going to kind of make a little hole here. And I have to tell you, we made these burgers because I wanted to taste the rub and make sure that we liked it, but we did not put cheese in the middle. That was kind of a late minute thought. So I hope this works. Okay, we need some cheese, honey.
Okay. Which one you want?
So just, I don't care, just so we remember though. So we'll do whatever flavor first. We're just gonna do this and kind of fit it in there. And then we're gonna close it up. Now, if you want your cheese on top, go for it. That's the burger with, honey, where's your tray? And we'll put one end as the smoky cheese, the smoky cheese. This is the smoky cheese side. We're gonna smash this one down to the same size, see, within that ring, so they're all the same size. That way you don't have to fight over who gets the biggest burger. And I'm just gonna kind of open it up in the middle here. You don't want it to be too thin on the bottom though. Put some more in here. And close it up. Right. And that is a smoky. Now, for this last smoky, I think I'm just gonna put cheese on top. So can you remember this one doesn't have cheese in the middle?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Now what cheese are we gonna use?
The other.
Yeah, the other. I can't, oh, the Vault 5. And I got all these cheeses at Aldi. I don't know if I told you that. They have great selections of cheese, and their prices are really great too. This one is Vault 5. Put it there. And this one will be Vault 5. Okay. Yes. Okay, then this one, we'll put the cheese on top. Okay, so the last time we made these burgers, we just sprinkled the rub on it, and it was good, but I want to really taste this. Like, I want it to shine. So this time, we're going to lay the burger in the rub and kind of gently press and get it really on there. Get all of those flavors. And I only put part of the rub in this bowl because I didn't want to contaminate the rest if I didn't need it. I'm so glad you're here with us today. I can't wait to see all the other videos of this collaboration. So be sure and look at all the videos that have the hashtag Last Chance Cook-Off and see what everybody else is doing. I'm sure there will be some gourmet grillers and barbecuers and whatever in some of those videos. All right, we're almost ready to cook, you guys. I'm gonna put a little bit more because I want it to coat well. So there they are, fully covered. These are our smoky down here, and these are the Vault 5. Now these two burgers, we're gonna lay cheese on top of instead of put it in the middle. And Mark was saying he might want more cheese than just what's in there. So we might put some on the top of one of these so that we get a feel for all the varieties. So you'll know there are options. Even though this is a recipe, you make it what you want it to be.
All right, we are ready to put these beauties on the grill. For some strange reason, a few months ago, I made the mistake of properly cooking burgers, and my lovely wife decided I was good at it. And so I now get the privilege of doing all of our burger grilling. It's not all that hard. You turn the fire on, get it good and hot in there, and then turn it down to a moderate level. I believe in low and slow. My dad used to grill by turning it all the way up, leaving it all the way up, and then forgetting that he'd put the meat on there. So what you ended up with was mostly raw in the middle, or at least still pretty pink, and blackened charcoal on the outside.
Without the rub.
Right. And so it just was like eating a briquette with raw meat in the middle. Not good stuff. Low and slow, for me, works real well.
And we do like it a little pink in the middle. You know, we're good with that, but not fire blackened.
I went ahead and flipped the burgers. If you can see them here, they've got real nice grill lines on them. Hopefully they're good and done on the inside. Penny thought it might be good if we said a little bit about our house. Although it is in a subdivision, it's not a typical suburban house. This used to be a dairy barn. It's about 115 years old. We don't know exactly how old it is because the county doesn't keep as good a records about barn building as they do about house building. It was the barn for a dairy operation that ran from about a quarter mile that way to a quarter mile that way and ran up the hill over here. It was 80 acres. A farmhouse, maybe the farmhouse, we're not sure, but certainly one that belonged to the family, is right up the hill from us here. And a member of that family still lives there. In fact, his daughter also lives in the next house up. You can still see spots where the fence posts were. They didn't scrimp on the concrete when they put a fence post into the ground. And so you can kind of see, here's where they would line the cows up to come into the basement to be milked. And this main floor here where we do most of our living was kind of the machine shop and just the storage area. And then, of course, upstairs was the hay loft. And we can still see some machinery up there that they used to trolley the hay bales from one end of the house to the other. They don't work anymore, but that's okay because we don't put any hay up there. I think our burgers are just about ready. to be examined. Yeah, they're getting real close. Okay, I went ahead and turned the fire off. It's still about 400 degrees in there, so they're going to cook a little bit. And then I'll put some cheese on a couple of them just to have some variety. Obviously, there's not a dairy here anymore, but when we moved in here, we wanted to use the acre and a half that we have in a way that was productive. And yeah, it's not a farm, it's not a full-blown homestead. We can't have a milk cow, much to my wife's chagrin. But we do have chickens, we do have some rabbits. We've got growing considerable gardens. We've got fruit trees that are finally starting on the third year to bear some fruit. And we just do a little bit more every year. So it's kind of a fun thing to do in the middle of town. I think we're about ready to put cheese on burgers. All right, we're putting some smoky cheese there. I'm going to put 3 on that. This is the
Vault 5.
Vault 5. Okay, do we want it on either of these?
Well, you said you might like some on one of those for extra cheese. So go ahead
Okay.
and do one of each, I guess.
Okay, I think we're getting close. We did turn the fire back on just to melt the cheese a little faster. Normally I leave the fire running the whole time. That was not some secret, but it just seemed like maybe they were going a little too fast. I got to tell you, and I'm sure this will come across through the magic of YouTube, these smell really good. I'm looking forward to lunch. I've taken them off. These are the smoky ones. And then one in the middle is the one that does not have cheese in the middle. And there's the one with cheese in the middle, but no cheese on top. Those are pennies. She's got to eat all of them for lunch. And then we've got, there's one without cheese. This is that kind of sharp cheddar from Aldi.
Oh, they smell so good.
And we are good to go. Fire's off. It's almost time for lunch. Penny, where did we get these wonderful looking buns?
So part of this, I don't eat flour. I always eat sourdough, which if you've watched my channel, you know that. So I made some sourdough buns for this special event. Normally I would just eat it without a bun, but I needed a bun today. So that's what I made. We kind of discussed, and I asked him if he wanted his usual mustard and me, my mayonnaise and maybe ketchup. And we decided we need to just eat these like they are so that we can enjoy the fullness of the flavor. Now I do have some fermented pickles that we can add if we want to. I know he won't, but I like them. So let's try these. Okay, these are the extra smoky. That's what we were calling them. And these, what was yours? The Vault 5 cheddar.
It's just the sharp cheddar.
I'm just gonna start with the plain one with the cheese in the middle because not like, I know I just said I'm gonna start with, you guys, I'm not gonna eat all these right now.
We're eating all of these for lunch.
But I wanna see how that works. If I feel like there's enough cheese in there for that. Let me see. Oh yeah, okay.
And it's a nice pink all over, but not raw. I will say they look a little messy here, and I think that's just
nice.
Meat juice mixing with the rub. It's not grease.
It looks great.
Still got some pink in there, nice and blackened on the outside. I think you got more cheese than me. How is it? Speechless.
Even without cheese, I did get a bite of cheese there. The flavor is so good. It's a little, I won't say super spicy,
Yeah,
but
it's a little spicy.
But it's a little spicy. So you might not want to dip them. You might want to sprinkle them. But I like it. What do you think?
I was afraid we were going to have to get to the end of the video and fake it and pretend that, oh, this is delicious. They really are. They're good.
This is so good.
Smoky
It's
makes a
not
difference.
smoky anymore. I think because it blends with the flavors of the burger. So try a double smoked. I think it's really, like, the cheese needs flavor to be able to taste it with all the rub. I think that's a good plan.
So opting away from the Camembert was a good choice, you think?
Yeah, that would have just been a nothing in there.
Would have been the glue that held it together.
You guys, if that's your favorite cheese, we're sorry. We're not trying to be rude. I am so glad you were here with us today. And I know you don't want to sit here and watch us eat burgers all day. And we just might. I'm not going to lie.
And thank you for not eating too much of this.
Yes, that was very nice of you. But we do want to know, if you make these, what kind of cheese did you use? Did you change the ingredients in the rub? What did you do differently and how did it taste? I am so excited to be a part of this collaboration and I can't wait to see what everybody else makes. So until next time, blessings on you and yours.